A picture of what's happening in the background. So we are in a very busy stretch. It's been a hive of activity throughout the course of the day. We've been here since at around 10 o'clock this morning, and what we've seen, people are stealing at several factory shops and warehouses, stealing any goods from microwaves to fridges, you name it, and many of them using different ways of modes of transportation, some even deciding to take trolleys from these actual factories, some even using strollers or baby prams. But what we've also identified during the course of the day is that there's been very little police visibility. We only saw one police in Nyala, and we haven't seen anyone arrested during the course of the day, which is cause for concern. We do know that earlier on, when we got closer to one of the factories that were looted, we saw a couple of private security firing rubber bullets, but we cannot report at this stage whether or not there were any injuries. But what is also very important to point out, and what we've been hearing on the ground, is that at least one person has died during these clashes. That person is believed to have died at one of the factory shops. We also have identified one body that has been lying underneath this bridge here on Queen Nandi Drive. But as you can see, this area totally continues to be busy. We're also seeing even young people also helping themselves to many goods, some of them using trolleys such as these to take unashamed about what they are doing and the current situation. Many of them also hiring bakkies and vans to steal goods. And what we've also identified is that some people have been trying to hide their license discs or license plates using cardboard, clearly trying to not be identified under the situation. But as I speak to you, on our right, we are seeing now some form of police coming in, a police in Nyala, as well as a police vehicle coming in this vicinity. So this hasn't been the case throughout the day, but we are finally seeing some police coming through here. But that hasn't stopped people coming through this area and traveling to the various factory shops and warehouses that have been targeted. So we are possibly closer to seeing some form of restraint, some form of police intervention as the situation continues here, with many shops, factories, warehouses being hit hard by people. But on the far end, we're also seeing people going across the railway lines of this area. They are coming from different directions, some of them as far as KwaMashu, which is about 20 kilometers or 15 kilometers away from here, and some coming from areas like Newlands East. So the situation here remains the same for now in terms of people still coming in, still looting several shops and warehouses, and nothing really has changed at this stage. As you can clearly see, people continuing to steal, people continuing to take goods from various stores.